Hi, this is Ronnie, and I've got a layout process video to share with y'all. This one is using Hey Kid, and I only have a 6x6 pad, so I'm going to be using cardstock for the background. But I do have some odds and ends stuff that goes with it, die cuts and layered embellishments and stuff. But I used some orange cardstock for the background. I already cut out the center, and if you look close, you'd seen where I did that crooked. I was only going to take half an inch around and just have a small amount of the orange showing. But unfortunately, I cut it crooked, so it ended up smaller than that. But I like it all right. And the picture I'm using is of my grandson. And we were at Chuck E. Cheese, and it was like best day ever. He just really enjoyed it, and he seen me with the camera, and he posed for me and everything. And this banner that I'm using is one of the banners in the Hey Kid collection, and I'm going to use some little chipboard cardstock, chipboard pieces that look like screws, for 3 of them on there to go with that. And the orange there, the orange stripe, I knew I wanted it behind the picture. And the other part I'm going to cut down and use for something else. A banner, I believe it was. I did this a couple of weeks ago. And I debated whether uploading it or not, because if you'll notice, it's kind of wobbly. I had my card table forever, and my brother made me a stand for my camera. And I thought, great, awesome, won't be wobbly no more. Well, it was even worse with that stand on top of the card table. So, card table was easy to take down. I took it down, went to the back room to drag a wooden table in there so I'd have it. That thing weighed a ton. I kept wishing somebody'd come over and visit and help me, but nobody did. But I got it in there. And then I did not 1 video, but 2 before I uploaded them onto my computer and found out how wobbly it was. And I thought, great. So I spent a good while, and like I said, it was heavy, so I'd have to crawl under the table, and believe me, you wouldn't want to see that, and lift with my shoulders and lift it up and put some really heavy chipboard underneath there under the legs, and it just stayed wobbly. I thought, great, I need my brother to come over and help. I'm not mechanically inclined. I can't figure out where it's the most wobbly at, and it just kept getting more and more off. So finally I pulled it all out and thought, what would he do? And I got the level out. Awesome. Had it fixed in no time. But anyway, it is 2 videos. It's still going to be wobbly, but now it's nice and sturdy and smooth, and I think the next one's going to be all right. I haven't done it yet because I was so upset over these being so wobbly, but I will do one. I've got the picture picked out that I'm going to use. I'm making a banner here. Like I said, since it's 6x6, it isn't as long as I wanted, so I'm going to add a piece on the bottom, piece on the top, and I put some stitches on there and then some little squiggly lines to give it some character. And I'm going to continue it up there at the top. And I'm going to use my T-ruler so I can make sure it does look like it's continued at the top and more of a straight line. And it looks like all one piece in. And I decided that other piece, that die cut piece from the Hey Kid collection, I added some of the orange cardstock behind it, since I did have quite a bit, and from the big chunk out of the center, and I added it behind it to give it a little more, make it stand out a little more. And there I'm adding another piece of the pattern paper from the Hey Kid, and I'm going to glue it all down because I know that's what I want. And then I'm going to have to work and put in the banner, but I did leave places that weren't, I didn't put any adhesive so I could fit it in pretty easy, and so it's going to slide up under there. And I'm going to add those cute little chipboard things on there right where I'm putting the glue, and that's why I'm putting it in the 3 spots. And I thought I was showing it to you, but I guess I showed it pretty quick. You'll see it in the close-up, so it just looks like a little screw. And I thought, since it's a boy layout, it'll go great with it. And here I'm adding some of those, outlining it, and then I'm going to add those squiggle lines too on that banner, and to match the other banner. But yeah, some of my grandkids are better than others about getting their picture taken and pose, and he's good at posing. Even when he's doing really silly things, he don't care if you take a picture of it. He just likes to have his picture taken, and he loves to see the scrapbook layouts when he comes to visit. He lives about 2.5 hours away, so I only get to see him a few times a year, but I really look forward to those times. And this is a chipboard, one that says hey. I think that's what it says. I'm not sure. I should have brought the layout in here. And I'm just going to layer it up so it has some decoration. I had a big empty spot that you could have wrote in, but I decided to decorate instead. And not sure what I'm doing there. I think I'm just cutting pieces to put in the layer. And that piece up there at the top, I decide, oh, this is where I back it with some blue. I wanted to have something where it would show up a little bit better, because I couldn't see it very good. But yeah, I think it says hey with an exclamation point. And I just glued it down. And this is where I decide what I want there. And I don't want the whole thing, of course. It's just way too big. But I'm going to cut it down and just use the bottom part. And since I layered the other part on some of the orange cardstock, I thought I'd go ahead and layer this on some too. And I cut that in half so I could use some at the bottom. First I decided I couldn't use it at the bottom, and then I decided, yeah, I can. And so, yeah, I worked it in on the bottom. And just trimming off the excess there. And I did it kind of crooked, so I had to turn around and do it again. Well, it took me 2 or 3 times, I think, to get it where it looked halfway decent. And I think I'm still trimming off camera, trying to get it right where I can see it a little bit better. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And of course I had to decorate it up too. And the banner right there is from some corrugated cardstock. And I added one of the chipboard arrows. And, well, both those banners are the corrugated cardstock. And they're in the a darker orange than what I used on the background. And I'm trying to decide how to fit all these on here. And get the layers where, you know, they all look good. And I can still work that one piece of acetate, or I think it's called acetate, in there. And it was a frame, and it was in the collection, I believe. If it wasn't, I put it in there sometime or other. But I do the circle the same way that I did the other parts. This is where I went ahead and put the pop-up glue, I think, on there, the pop-up adhesive, the foam tape, and then I thought, yeah, see how it stuck. And then I thought, I think I want to make it match the other 2 things, so I'll have 3 places with the stitches and the, well, the outline and the squiggly line. And the cool is vellum, and that star is also in the collection. Well, it was this is the negative part, and I just cut around the negative part because I'd already used the star on something else, and I cut around the negative part so that I could use it on my layout, and I liked the way it turned out. And that up there says best day ever, because he was really enjoying his day. But we had gone to St. Louis, and because we do not have a Chuck E. Cheese around here, And I went and picked him up and took him to Chuck E. Cheese. And now I'm doing the title. It's called This Rocks, because that's what he actually said instead of Best Day Ever. So, this is what I got from Crafty Maggie, who is Megan here on YouTube. And it's lots and lots. Oh, what that was. And lots of enamel dots that she made. Awesome! She sent me lots of them. So I'm going to use them on this layout. And she also sent me a card. Hello. And she has it embossed. And she has a flare that says hello. Oh, and a little note for me. Anyway, isn't that pretty? Thank you, Megan. I am going to use it on this layout. That was kind of like a commercial break. I did that part of the video when I was doing the layout, and so I thought make sure I'll insert that in there and share it instead of just doing a voiceover. And I'm putting the enamel dots on there, and I'm using glossy accents is what I'm going to end up using, and works out great. I mean, they're not self-adhesive, of course, because she made them in her oven, but wow, they stick really good with the glossy accents. And you don't have to leave it very long at all. When I came back, it was already stuck. I just walked away for a few minutes, and they look just as good as the store-bought one. So again, thank you, Megan. Oh, and if you didn't notice, I had a little sign on there, you know, saying that Megan was having a giveaway challenge celebrating her 200 subbies. Awesome! And she is having it where if you do a promo thing, you know, that your name goes in the drawing, I think you get one for being a subby, and I can't remember what else. I'll leave a link below so that you can check it out. But I will do a promo video for her too. But this is my layout. I think I'm done. I think this is it. I don't think I add anything else to it. I think the enamel dots was the last thing I added. And I'll have close-ups with the pictures. And go check out Megan's channel. And also somebody else is having a birthday challenge is Barbara Alexander. And I will leave a link for hers also down there below. And I think Barbara's, if the more people you send, the more times your name goes in the drawing. So make sure you tell her that I sent you. And I will leave that down there at the bottom so you can check it out. Barbara's actually my cousin. We have well, she's a little bit distant cousin, but she's still my cousin. We have the same great-great-grandmother, I think it is. And so she lives in Nebraska City, Nebraska. And she does crafty videos too. Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching and subscribing. And promise, after the next video, the table's going to be a lot smoother. There won't be so much wobbly. I checked it out. It didn't move at all. And unless I hit the stand, it won't move, I don't think. But thanks again for watching. Bye.